one of the executive board members from the American Legion. We have veterans that are, HIV positive probably and so on. So pastors, check and see if you have veterans at your church, because our Charles C. Anderson American Legion Post 148, they are doing the work, okay? At the end of the day, they've invested in this project and they're doing the work. So I would like to have Mr. Ed Totten from the charitable committee who donated money to this event to stand, and maybe if you want to have a word and share with what the Charles C. Anderson Post is doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Brooks. Let me just say that I hadn't been around this many preachers since I was on the morning thing. Some of you probably don't know what that is.
I know that, yeah.
But I bring you greetings from Charles C. Anderson Post 148. Commander Payne, Anthony Payne, and there are several things that we're trying to focus on as a group of men, a group of veterans, male and female. The most important thing, I think, and I love to advocate, is the fact that the American Legion Post is and should be a community resource. A community resource. That's the focus. That's the focus. Perception is reality. You say American Legion and some of you get a negative picture. Party time. But guess what? The church should be a community resource. You said church to some, and guess what? Oh Lord. Same type of reaction. Under the umbrella of the American Legion, there are several entities. One, auxiliaries, which consist of female organizations. We have the riders. That group is actually motorcycle riders that go all over the country, giving different functions, raising monies, and focusing on scholarships in our youth within the community. Something was stated earlier. I have to reflect on it. I spent 30 plus years in law enforcement, retired chief of police, been warden of prison, one of the largest penal facilities at that time in the country. And you're talking about HIV. I can reflect back to the early 80s. You're talking about how many young folks are dying from AIDS. Well, let me tell you something. Prisons and jails are packed with young folks coming back to the community. And many have contracted HIV while being incarcerated. Information is power. Power. But if you don't share information, you become powerless. That's right. We talked about this in the early 80s. You would think everyone would be aware. Obviously, that's not the case. Obviously, that's not the case. As part of the charity committee from 148, we meet at a minimum once a month, many times more than that. Individuals throughout the community is consistently making requests for some type of help. And I cannot recall one time the answer was no. We try to live up to the expectation and the goal of this organization. And that is to help veterans, their families, and God knows, our future, which are our children. Once again, Comrade Brooks, thank you for the opportunity. NAACP, all the members of the clip. Pray on, brother, pray on.